name is Tori, and tonight I am going to use the Monstera Deliciosa to illustrate to you 3 key leadership skills that you can implement in your areas of leadership tonight. Now, you might be asking yourselves, what in the world is the Monstera Deliciosa? That is a great question. So before we get into the leadership skills, let's meet the Monstera. There we go. Monstera Deliciosa, from here on out, I'll just call it the Monstera, comes from the rainforest and prefers bright, indirect light. This plant and many of its variants are well loved by millennials in the past year. Just like avocado toast and calling our pets our kids, we are obsessed. During the summer, you might have seen this on beach towels, water bottle stickers, really anything, and especially all over Instagram. I mean, I'm in that category. I myself, I think I have 3. This particular plant is Helga. So now that we know a little bit about the plant, let's dive into how it can teach us leadership skills. Reach for the sun. The first way that the Monstera shows us leadership skills is that it's always reaching for the sun. Now this might seem simplistic because plants need the sun to survive, but bear with me. Yes, plants need the sun to create energy to grow, and we as leaders in our areas of influence need to reach toward the light and what grows us as well. And we need to be doing this consistently. So my question for you is that what you're doing? Are you reaching for Facebook or personal development podcasts? Gossip at work or time with mentors and leaders? If you look at my Monstera, you'll notice that she's reaching all in one direction. This is because in my house, where she sits, there's only one window. All of herself is turned away from the dark and toward the light. As leaders, I would say we need to be doing this as well. In fact, I would implore you to turn your back on what does not grow you. You and others around you will only see the benefits. Which brings me to my next point. As leaders, it's important to grow ourselves and to grow others around you. The Monstera exemplifies this skill through its split leaves. The splits are only present on the mature plants, which means when it's young, down here, you'll see no splits in the leaves. And as it grows in both size and maturity, you'll see that new leaves unfurl with a variety of types of splits. This allows for light to come through the plant and reach the bottom, allowing for overall growth. In leadership, we need to be allowing for light to come through us and reach others on our team and build others up. Now this can look different for every person because all leaders are different. But just like the Monstera, each leaf has different splits depending on where it is on the plant. Some leaders use people's skills to connect others by talking frequently with phone calls, Facebook, or setting up events where you can get together. Others use their knowledge base to offer resources like books, podcasts, and seminars. The ways that we can do this are infinite, but the important part is that we do it because people need connection. Helping others grow is a great sign of a mature leader. Now that we know that we need to be reaching for the light and growing ourselves and others around us, what's our last point? Do not shy away from perceived weakness. At first glance, the splits on this might appear unappealing to some. In fact, maybe a weakness, like did bugs eat it, or how is this going to stand up in rain? I mean, it rains in the rainforest, right? We could go on picking apart this plant, but we learned tonight that these splits are one of its greatest strengths. To go even further, the split on the Monstera is one of the things that houseplant enthusiasts like myself look for because it shows me it's a mature plant. I see it as a positive. When we are growing as leaders, we need to look at ourselves in the same way. Do not be afraid of what you might perceive as a weakness in yourself or others. Like, take myself, for example. I love to talk, and I mean love it. Short periods, long periods, like 6 minutes, come on, that's not fair. So, I could talk to anyone. At first glance, this might seem like a weakness, but, and to be honest, if I'm going to be real, I used to think about that for myself. But after taking some time and reaching for the light that grew me, and being around leaders who let their light shine through onto me, I now see this trait differently. My love for personal communication is a strength. I mean, think about it, I can talk to anybody. This sets me up for jobs like care calls. I can get on the phone and talk to strangers, no problem. Or what I'm doing right now, standing up in front of leaders and peers, delivering a public speech. Learning not to shy away from what a perceived weakness might be can lead to many opportunities. And if I'll share with you one of my favorites, it has allowed me to be able to share God's love with people I barely know. So, don't shy away from what you might find as a perceived weakness. Bring that into the light where it can grow, just like my monstera. In conclusion, friends, as you leave tonight and enter into your leadership roles this week, remember the monstera. Reach for the light in what helps you grow. Help others around you by letting your light shine through you. And do not shy away from perceived weaknesses, because skills cannot grow in the dark. Thank you.